how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Global.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself. Welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kiremi, and in this show, we speak about love, relationships, marriages, issues in marriages, and even ways to safeguard yourself. Now, today's topic is about safeguarding yourself as a woman. How do you stay safe? What do you do when you start noticing trouble in your marriage? That is the topic I want us to talk about today. And I know once Benjamin Zulu takes the stage, we are just going to flow with his rhythm. Now, before he gets there, let me introduce this book, that is Lasting Love. That is the most current book written by Benjamin Zulu, a book that is meant for those people who refuse to be buried because of issues, because of their past, because of the relationships they've been through with, and they want to bounce back. It is a book that is full of insights and wisdom. Please grab one on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. Back to the conversation.
Yes.
Now, Benjamin Zulu, I know
Yes.
this is a topic that most ladies resonate with.
Yeah.
Please tell us, how do we stay safe when we start seeing trouble in our marriages?
Yes, and I think that is one thing we are not prepared for. We teach our daughters how to love, but you don't teach them how to stop.
Yes.
Nobody tells you how to stop loving. It appears like you should be just swept away into the sunset,
And go.
you know?
Yeah.
And that's what we wish for. We hope it is permanent. We hope it is, the person does not change on us along the way.
Yes.
You know, the guarantee of the future is that this person, what they say, they won't drop on you, change their mind, they don't see you that way. That's what we hope for. We wish we could be warranted of that.
Yeah.
But we know that sometimes people can change. We said if your worst terror is divorce, you want to avoid that by all means.
Of course.
Everybody that wants divorce, but there are some people who in particular, they have been so traumatized
Yes.
by that experience, or they have seen what it does to children, to people, that they particularly want to avoid it because of it. The people who come from that place of saying, other things I may be able to brave, but this one I want to avoid.
Yes.
We mentioned in another show, we said, the only way to divorce-proof your marriage is to put solid foundation.
Yes, I remember that.
Solid foundation means you yourself be steady.
Yes.
Don't take a pole vault and jump right into love and relationships before you discover yourself, discover your path, discover relationships, have a rock solid life that you can stand on
Yes.
if anything else crumbles. There's one thing I don't want, you should never delegate to anyone else. How you love yourself, the kind of life you want to live,
Oh.
the kind of happiness you deserve,
Yeah.
the kind of life you want.
Yes.
That part should be steady and constant. The one thing you want to do, if you come from inheritance, build on that inheritance. But if you don't have any inheritance, first of all, secure your own inheritance in this world. It's unfair to live without substance. It's unfair to depend on borrowing here, begging there. Somebody is feeding you and they're about to starve you, manipulate you, blackmail you. They're the ones who hold you up so they can drop you. So you can't even ask any questions. It's unfair to start looking for love before you secure your life. The kind of comfort you want to have, the kind of joy you need, the kind of space to move large life where you exist. Some things should be non-negotiable. They are your right as a human being and should ask for them first.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Ask for that. The moment you depend on marriage to bring you that, even if that marriage is sinking, you sink with it because you're depending on it to even exist.
Yeah.
You need to first negotiate
Yes.
what I deserve kind of clothing,
Yeah.
kind of food. Learn how to earn that. Learn how to negotiate for that.
Yes.
Learn what it takes. Become what it takes to be given a good life. You personally
You build yourself first.
become that.
Yes.
And we're not saying wait until you're wealthy. Wealth takes a lot of time to build.
Yes.
Sometimes it's becoming the kind of person who can build wealth, becoming the kind of person who can start off and stay on the course of wealth creation and go all the way to the end. Whether it will happen now or it will happen 10 years down the line, you get there with a person or without.
Yes.
But many people don't lift their minds into the future. They don't imagine, what if I was left around with the 2 children? What if I found myself alone? So they're stuck because of the children, because they can't give those children lifestyle by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
They pity the children and they never thought ahead.
It's about the children now.
So it's about unpreparedness to handle the children.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You should never get the kind of children you cannot sustain by yourself.
Okay.
You should never get children who, without help, you're finished, because death can happen, or the death of the love.
Yes.
Sometimes physical death or death of the love.
Yes. Yes.
What was the foolish virgin's mistake? If you remember the story, there were wise virgins and there were foolish virgins.
Yes.
Do you know the only thing that made them foolish? Because they did not prepare for delay, for the unexpected. The groom delayed, but the blame was never taken to the groom.
Yes.
It was taken to those who did not anticipate
Yes.
a delay of the groom.
Exactly.
They did not provide insurance cover should things go unexpected. They did not prepare how they would handle the dark season should the dark season find them. You are foolish virgin if you have no plan for the dark season if it finds you.
Okay.
That's a foolish virgin.
Yes.
The wise virgins said, I want enough to last me the whole night. Sometimes these grooms can get busy and come in the morning. That was a wise virgin.
Yes.
The oil was a metaphor there for something else. Just take this oil also here to mean the metaphor for capacity to face life,
Okay.
capacity to earn your bread, wear a shoe. It's not the class that matters.
Yes.
It's not even the standard. It's just the substance that I can feed myself, my friend. If you know you can feed yourself, you are very unmovable.
Yeah, true.
Very unmovable.
Yes.
It doesn't matter the level of meal. I know I can feed myself.
Yeah.
I can feed myself. I can feed these 2 guys. I can feed them.
Yes.
Let me explain you the quick paradox of people who begin to ask for a child themselves. So you will hear this story sometimes. You get married and the person is very impatient for a child.
Yeah.
You can't keep refusing because you're married anyway and you wanted to have children, but you thought we should wait a little bit or prepare or something, but the person is pestering. So you get the child. But after you get the child, their love for you stops. They don't want to be involved with you physically, they don't give you any more attention. It's like they transfer to the child, or they just stop being available at home.
Yeah.
What was it about? You start now counting years without any physical closeness. And people tell you, since I got the child, since I became pregnant, and yet the person wanted the child
Yes.
very much.
Yeah.
So they got the child, the person distanced. And eventually you may get frustrated and leave, but when you leave now they want the child. And after you got the child, they did not even attend to the child in any way. They did not show any interest or care. They were just absent.
Yes.
But when you break up, they start demanding the child and going to court. That they also deserve to access the child.
How
But they don't
unfair.
care about this child. So they keep getting the child. But after they get the child and they are going to spend the day, they dump the child with their mother and go other things. They dump the child somewhere and go somewhere. But they took the child with a lot of aggressiveness,
A fight.
as if they
Yeah.
they don't do any investment in the child, but they keep asking for the child by force.
Yes.
They even paint a picture that you are mentally unstable to be trusted with a child,
True.
that you are sleeping with anything,
Yeah.
that you're exposing this child I don't know what, that you are not dependable, you are drunken. They
You
can
don't have the capacity.
come up with anything.
Yes.
And you realize you are dealing with something else. What I've just described is a narcissist.
Yes.
It's these people who are so twisted at their core that they must torture you to feel powerful. And the reason they usually push for a child is not for the child, is to reduce you. To have a means by which they can affect you and bully you, because when you care about the child, now they can use the child. And also, you look too intact. When you have a child, they would like to make you a parent, so that you are less desirable. If you left them, you would not be that marriageable to other people.
Yeah.
Narcissists don't love. They pretend to love in order to achieve control. Everything for them is control. Everything for them is exploitation.
Yeah.
Everything for them is cutting you at an angle, you did not anticipate. So the only way to safeguard yourself against breakup, divorce, is to grow until these kind of signs are very clear to you early on. Okay. And if they're not clear and you get inside, you don't wait for the person to break you down. You can save yourself before you're broken.
How?
You say, that's what we are here for. What if you sense now there's trouble and it's not going away? At first you hope it's just the normal ups and downs, disagreements, miscommunication, and just being on different pages, and that they mean well.
Yeah.
That's your hope. When you disagree, is that this person is not malicious. You hope that we can get this sorted. But what if it is persistent? Today we are discussing when the difficulties or disagreements stop being the normal disagreements and they start being symptoms of deep-seated malice.
Yes.
Deep-seated unwillingness to treat you right.
Okay.
We need to answer this because many people usually don't know what next.
Yes. People are stuck in these situations.
They don't know what next because nowhere it is described where to start.
Yes. And they never anticipated it.
Yes. And sometimes they start negotiating with the non-negotiables. You start compromising on what cannot be compromised.
Yeah.
For marriage to serve its purpose of peace, companionship, building each other, fulfillment. There's some things that are bare minimums.
Yeah.
That must be in place. Some of the bare minimums are trust. Some of the bare minimums are loyalty.
Yes.
Some of the bare minimums are care. Somebody who cares how you feel, how they affect you.
Yeah.
Is somebody who cares where their actions leave you. If somebody does not so much as care what their actions do to you, this is the steps you're going to be taking now. Number one is become a spy, know the truth. Many people are operating with rumors. They even look away. They say, I don't look at the phone. I don't want to start crying. I don't want to look too closely. I might find unpleasant truth. I really don't want to ask. But I find out. So people look away, avoid thinking. By just avoiding the problem will go away. The person just gets worse. And they learn that they can get away with anything. Let me tell you the paradox of this life.
Yeah.
When you allow people to disrespect you and get away with it, they hate you more because they are in their worst version when they are with you.
What? Let us think. They're in their worst version when they are with you.
Yes.
All right.
If you think about it with a child, you see the picture more clearly. When a child comes home late, doesn't make their bed, leaves the place, does all the wrong things,
Yeah.
and they don't get punished, that relief of not getting punished is temporary.
Yeah.
It is usually followed by fear that nobody's watching over me. Nobody cares. Nobody is correcting me to my best self.
Yes.
I'm by myself. And although now there is no discipline of doing the right thing,
Yeah.
sooner or later they begin to feel disorder, the disintegration, that now they don't know which is the way. Their own weaknesses and vices fester fester and tighten. With the time, that parent who could not tell the child, hold them to the right standard,
Yes.
becomes the person they direct resentment to.
True.
In your watch, I became worse. You watch me deteriorate.
Yeah.
Children want help to manage their weaknesses.
They wish they were never spared.
Yes. Just know that children crave for help to manage their weaknesses.
Yes.
There is foolishness bound in the heart of a child, the Bible said, and a rod of correction will drive it out. Foolishness bound.
Yes.
And it says if you spank them, they will not die. That's the Bible. When it is children, you can see the picture clearly because they're young. They're small people.
Yes.
They don't know life.
Yeah.
When it comes to grown-ups, it's the same principle, only that they're not that honest. It operates the same way. People like to be in their best version.
Yes.
This answers people who ask, why after we had sex, the person disappeared on me, changed to me, don't want to see me. They have contempt.
Okay.
People want to be in the best version, but they have to wrestle their body, their feelings, their urges, which want to drag them to indulgence. Now, if you allow them to indulge their weaknesses with you, after they come up from the cravings, they feel guilt, they feel bad and shame, they feel they let themselves down.
All right.
And they try to reform back to the best version is self-controlled, who lives on higher ideals. Who's self-controlled, is composed, who's reliable, who can keep their own word to themselves. But you who indulges them in their weaknesses becomes part of what they want to get rid of. I'm not that. So sometimes the cravings come to them at 2 a.m. so they contact you to indulge them again, to scratch them. You become an addiction that they are ashamed of, but they want it occasionally.
Yeah.
So they come to you and they're overwhelmed by weaknesses because you help them to manifest what they hate, although it is overwhelming.
I get it.
When they wake up from the cravings, they don't want to see you because you always lead me astray.
Yes. Now that point is so clear.
Yes. This is what happens when you allow people to treat you badly, disrespect you, insult you,
Okay.
and you think they are enjoying bullying you. It's their weaknesses in control at that time. Should you stand up for it and say, my friend, I can't take that. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
They will feel as if they have been cleansed with whipping. If they keep getting away with doing you wrong, it's like they have karma pending.
Yeah.
People have a sense of justice that they won't admit.
Yes.
And I've met people who lost a good person. They tell you, I know I'm the one who lost that good relationship. I had a good marriage with that person.
Yeah.
And I screwed it up. And I would like to reform my life. Because that person walked out. They did not stay here to let you continue breaking them down. Their walking out remains a testimony, remains a voice, remains a memory, a standing accusation that because of this conduct, you killed what we have.
Yeah.
So do you see now our society is wrong when they tell you why you are walking out and yet they are children? They should ask you, why is this person frustrating you yet you have children?
Yes. The question is very different.
They should ask the right person.
Yeah.
The person who is cheating on you, breaking you down, lying on you, destroying your name in society, abandoning you, they are the ones who is breaking this.
Yeah.
You who is forced to walk out because of the mistreatment is not the one breaking the family. So don't agree to society to gaslight you.
Yes.
Tell them you should ask that question to the right person. In any case, I've been the one trying to stay. But remember, society is predatory.
Yes.
They don't care about you. They just want you not to make them uncomfortable when they have to say that their daughter walked out. Your mother doesn't enjoy announcing that my daughter is divorced.
Yeah. My daughter is back home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your best couple, I want that. Your sister, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
But you may have caring parents who defend you.
Yes,
You
sure.
may have relatives who say, no, I would rather have my daughter alive and single.
Yeah, their parents were like that.
But even them, they will have a lot of opposition.
Yes.
Even them.
And yeah, you could find the mother is thinking that way, but the father is like, no.
Even them out there in the society,
Yes.
they'll be looked at. Are you the one who's destroying them? Are you the one who has them? Why are you
Yeah.
entertaining it?
Yes.
So I just want you to know that the overall society does not care about what? Your happiness and your well-being.
All right.
Swallow that early in life.
Yes.
It will make many things clear.
It's all about you.
Until you ask for the joy you deserve, nobody will care.
Okay.
The first thing you shall do when you realize that a person is consistently abandoning, consistently being inconsiderate, is to get down to the truth.
Okay.
Stop scratching on the surface. Install the listening device. Install the tracking device. Check the messages. Pay the busting guys. There are some companies who specialize on busting, tracking cheating people.
I'm feeling like we have permission.
Get the radio. Call. There's some guys who call you on radio.
Yes.
And they know how to fake. They just specialize on playing mind games.
Yes.
So they only need a few suspicions. Oh, so I suspect he has a lady met in this hotel. Okay. So she will call, hello, I'm a manager from one of the hotels in the Westlands. I was just concerned whether it could have been visited. We have made some documents there that ATM that bear your name. I wanted to know that you might have been there at the room, one of the rooms there.
Yes.
Yeah, which you get in the last. Yeah, and there's also a document for a lady. Could that be lady be? Yeah, and if you don't mind, could you be? Is it your wife? No, that's just my mistress. Sometime he will confess there on air.
On air. People are so creative.
You have to know the mind games people play.
Yes.
If we are people who just enjoy catching people, why are you killing yourself?
Yeah.
Some guys are enjoying catching. You know, they're even looking for cases.
That's where they thrive.
They even change their tone and become a submissive woman. Hello, I'm calling you from just a Godre woman. The voice changes.
Yes.
Is it the same person? Some people are very gifted in tracking. So stop killing yourself. If you can't do it, get somebody to do it.
Yes. Give people some job.
Another guy can just move around following that guy. Just show me the car. Thank you. I'll give you all the movement that you went.
Job creation.
You know, other guys are selling spy cameras, wondering where are the customers. Oh, you want to actually install where? Listener device, thank you.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
where is he washing the car? Thank you. We did it. You know, here is the information. So the phone calls you can listen. Is it the money where it's going? Bank account.
Yes.
It's easy to find cheaters. It's easier to find when people are trying to start other lives away from you. It's easier to find it if you really want the truth. Truth is generally not hard to find. It's just hard to accept. Generally,
Yes.
it's just hard to accept.
Yeah, it is very hard to accept.
But it is not hard to find.
Yes.
If you want to, even if people are playing games with you, those games you can also brace.
Yes.
So, the job description they did not tell you about marriage is that you should become an investigator, and you need to compose your feelings so much that you don't let out that you're investigating, and you should do it while acting normally, and you should make it soon enough, and you don't confront or burst before you find out solid truth.
Yeah.
You should only make decisions when you have the hardcore evidence of the money sent. Remember, you don't find people. You may not find people red-handed, but you just need enough circumstantial evidence that they actually went on this trip, the two of them. That's all.
Yeah.
These are grown-ups. We don't need to go all the way. Even if you went to court,
Yes.
just show evidence that they spent at a hotel together. That's all.
Yeah.
The court is not that unreasonable to say, did you see them on top of each other? It's enough.
it's enough.
It's enough.
They are adults.
Actually, the onus of proof or the burden of proof now shifts to the other person to prove that they did not do
Yes.
what circumstances suggest they did.
Yes.
Sometimes to prove murder, they don't need to see you hitting the person.
Yeah.
They only need to prove that you were at the location when murder occurred. That's all.
That's all.
The prosecution doesn't need to show this person was at the location of murder.
Yes.
So our conclusion is they're responsible.
Yes.
Let them prove otherwise.
Yes.
So it shifts now to you. That's the same thing when it comes to circumstantial evidence.
Yes.
Life is complex and we don't expect always to be there when you're doing the real thing.
Exactly.
But if we can show that you were at Mombasa same day with this person,
Same hotel.
we just need to show that you were this or something like that, or you consistently sent money
Yes.
to this account.
Yes.
Even if you are sending through a proxy, people can get their friend or somebody to be sending or another account or something.
Yes. Yes.
People have gone out of their way to buy a phone line for cheating. Just another phone for specifically.
For cheating.
Some people are more committed to the wrong things.
Yeah.
you know?
Sure, sure.
So you may find out what they're using is not the typical names. The company line, for example.
Yeah.
The account. Then things are registered in another funny company name.
Yes.
Or they have a company partner with that person.
Yeah.
You can find out if you want to dig up. Take your time.
Yes.
Compose yourself.
Yeah.
That also implies that you need a lot of emotional maturity to handle marriage.
Yes.
Because when people start playing games, they don't make it easy.
Yeah.
They don't make it easy. And you can't just trust on honesty. I'm just honest. I hope they'll be honest back. Sometimes people are not honest back.
You also need to be very smart.
Yes. Emotionally self-controlled.
Yes.
The next thing you're going to do after you dig up the truth is to secure your future and secure your feelings. Don't be on the receiving end so that people will come and hit you like an earth mover and then you never live normally again. If you see breakup looming, make sure it doesn't run over you.
All right.
Minimize the impact. We said the blow that destroys you is not the strongest.
Yes.
It's the one that you never see coming. So if you see it coming, it won't have so much effect.
Yeah.
You can duck, you can brace, you can meet it with another one.
Yes.
There's a tactic of playing called jiu-jitsu where they say instead of you launching with energy to punch the opponent, you should time when they are punching. You take advantage of the instability of that punch.
Yeah.
Duck the punch, and before they get their footing back, punch back. Many people, athletes who have learned that, are very difficult to beat
Yes.
because they don't depend on what they launch. They just provoke you to launch.
Sure.
Don't wait for people to bring you evidence at home. That may be too late.
Do it yourself.
That may be too late.
DIY.
The moment they launch out now to hurt, to betray, the moment they start to treat you like you are, and they have launched
Yes.
to hurt you on a don't care life, they are already unstable because of it.
Yes.
They are already distracted because of it. To take that advantage quickly to secure your future while appearing naive,
Yes.
not aware. Get your names in the right place. Get the right paperwork in place. Even get the money moved. Get some things shifted. Get yourself a better job. Get yourself a better place. Survey an area.
Oh, yes.
Get homework.
Yeah.
So the day you pull the rug, it will be just A, B, C, D things in place.
Yeah.
You deserve the best revenge is to secure yourself from the madness of the self-destructive
Oh,
person.
yes.
So instead of anger saying, I'll show them, I'm going to pull the other woman's hair. How many women will you pull? You pull that one, he goes to another one.
It will become a hobby.
Yes. And that other woman may be a terrorist. You know some of these women are terrorists?
There's a program I watched. Oh my goodness. The woman looked like a lioness.
You see, these women, many of them have no hope of ever getting a husband.
Yeah.
They don't have the name you have. Can you think about your name next time, please? Your name is everything.
Yeah.
You have a reputation. You have an honor.
Sure.
Some of these characters we're dealing with have no name. If you go down to fight with them, you're embarrassing yourself.
Oh, yes.
Don't stoop that low.
Yeah.
You should only engage them for information. Sometimes you realize you can fool them to give you the quicker details.
Yeah.
Because you can corroborate what they're telling you on such and such a date we're here, how much they know,
Yes.
which assets have been promised,
Yeah.
what they're acquiring, where the money is going. Go there as a friend, say, I'm not here for a fight. I can't blame you because I don't have a contract with you.
Yes.
And you never signed anywhere to take care of me, so why should I blame you?
Yeah.
I'm a mature woman. I'm only concerned about the person who promised me anything.
Yes.
And it's not you.
Yeah.
And because they're not telling me the truth, would you mind telling me the truth that I know whether I have any business here anymore? I take an informed action. What do you know on your end? What happened on such and such a date? Could they be playing us?
Yeah.
And many of them, because they don't care, they just tell you. They can even add other lies, but you know what to pick, what not to pick.
Yeah.
And then secure your future. I don't want you to say this person ruined me, I've never recovered. I built them, then they left me. After we built money, they went to eat it with other people. We said you don't build a man, you build with a man.
With a man.
You don't grow a man, you grow with a man. You don't take him up, you go up with him.
Yes.
Be involved. Don't say I'm a housewife. Don't be that silly now. Don't stay in the house.
No, you don't.
Go in the field. What he's building, go there, be part of it.
Yes.
My friend, you should have some such insider information about everything you have. Don't be kept at home and show up. Get to know how these things go.
Yes.
Sometimes ownership is physical. Even as you say, I'm the owner, they say, we have never seen you. So how will you prove? This is the woman you have been seeing coming.
Yes.
So can make sure you show up where your things are. Show up.
Show up.
Register your presence.
Yes.
Stop saying, we are building something inside. I'm not sure where, but we are putting up. Huh?
Somewhere.
Show up.
Yes.
Have a banter with the foreman.
Yeah.
Spend 30 minutes or so. Get to see how it goes. That personal presence is so powerful. You can even get to hear what is going on. They now whisper to you.
Yes.
Madam, we need to tell you something. This person selling cement, they are stealing.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You don't need to be the contractor to be on ground. Just don't be absent-minded.
Yes.
And sometimes just show up. Yeah. Say, I was checking how they're treating the curatings up in the shuttering. Get even to know the language of what they do. Which stage are we? What is coming next?
Yes.
The last conclusion here is that after you realize there's no future here, don't sink into depression. Process the feeling and the loss in therapy and whatever you need to do. Do what you need to do to secure your feelings, but most importantly, get justice. Get what belongs to you.
Okay.
If you need to use the court process, research quietly which lawyers have been the most efficient.
Yeah.
And I hope you're not that naive to continue exposing all your communications to a person who's already shifted against you. Learn to beat them at their own game.
Yes.
If they're hiding their communication because they're cheating, hide yours because you're protecting yourself.
Yes.
And give yourself a time. By the time you pull the trigger, you are safe.
Insecure.
And by that point, you're saying, I've done the best I could. And they will feel your absence.
Yes.
So the same way you're being sincere, when it comes to self-protection, you have loved them, also love yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, wisdom. Now, I want to tell our viewers, before we experience all these troubles in marriages, situations, because that's a situationship, yeah?
Yes.
It is important to purchase this book written by Benjamin Zulu. The book is Before You Say I Do. Before you say I do, you need to know so much about the person, the do's, the don'ts when you're dating and all that. And this book is majorly about our foundational principles for building a marriage that lasts. Go get the book on www.benjaminzuluglobal.com. We also have a conference that is coming, hosted by Benjamin Zulu on 9th of November 2024. Please make sure you don't miss out on that one, because you will be missing not just big but mega. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential.